Welcome back to Kind Words. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we continue spreading some happiness today? Well, if we can. It's been a little bit of a while since I played this, so hopefully there's some more requests that we can respond to and hopefully help out. Some people wrote us a letter, of course, I forgot. I wrote some requests last time, so I suppose we'll just start off this episode by reading what people have to say. Now, as a reminder, my request is, Dear everyone, I hope you're keeping well and treating yourself nicely. Tell me a story about a time you thought... typo, you thought was terrifying at first, but ended up being not so bad or even good. I'd love to hear about it. So, this is from Zed. Let's open it up. So from Zed, in general, it has been video calls or phone calls, online classes, social anxiety, but in the end, it ended up great and not that bad at all. So much relief, and some doctor meetings. Thank you very much for that story, Zed. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. From at least a little of the memes I've seen about people not wanting to call people, myself included. I hate phone calls and that sort of thing, but I'm glad it's working out. Like, it's a boost of encouragement people need if they have that important phone call that they need to get done. So from C. This sounds basic, but roller coasters. I've never liked them, but one time an ex-friend forced me on every single roller coaster in a theme park on one day's time. I actually had a great time. 10 out of 10 would coaster again. Oh, I'm glad to see that you found had such a fun time in roller coasters, to be honest. I absolutely love roller coasters, so that's the sort of person I would be. I'd go on every single roller coaster in a theme park. I would consider being my friends. I don't think I'd force someone, but still, I'm glad you got over that and managed to enjoy it in the end. There's just more things that you can experience to enjoy. Okay, so this one's from S. Thanks, I hope you're doing well too. I threw a party a few months ago with some of the guys from work to watch Star Wars. I really remember struggling with making sure that everyone was having a good time, making dinner for everyone, and losing my copy of Star Wars, so I had to find it. But everyone thanked me for hosting and said they had a good time, and while I haven't hosted any parties since then, we've had parties at other houses and started to do it as a thing. Ah. That's fantastic, S. It's a lot of work organising something like that. It's because of a party, and I very much relate to trying to make sure everyone's having a good time. It's a difficult balance that people don't. Maybe it's not always so evident that how much effort goes into it or how much worrying goes into it. But also from the other perspective, often these sort of things turn out very fun anyway. There's a lot of over worrying perhaps in the end, but I'm glad it worked out for you, S. So this one's from H. I used to live in Japan and I am a massive coward, so all my friends were shocked I moved there. That could be the story itself actually, haha. But no, my first flight in Japan, I got the day wrong. Oh no, I was one day late. I was mortified and terrified to speak to the airline staff and ask if there was anything I could do because I assumed they wouldn't speak English and I hate inconveniencing people. They gave me a free transfer, only I wanted to go on an earlier flight, so I just had to pay the upgrade and ended up flying first class. Whoa. Well, thank you for that, H. That's a wild story in the first place, moving all the way to Japan. I'm sure my friends would be shocked. Maybe they wouldn't be shocked. If I were to move anywhere, I'd probably be Japan or Canada, I suppose, but... Well, that sounds terrifying. Honestly, if I got my day wrong. This is... I tend to, like, triple check everything, just in case of that sort of scenario, but I'm glad to see it works out anyway, and that sort of thing does happen. Sounds like the airline staff were very helpful and kind. And flying first class, that sounds like a luxury that you don't get to experience very often. Sorry, my mic keeps falling. I was just adjusting it there. And we have got our final letter from P. So let's see what P has to say. Hi D. The first thing that came to mind at your question was when I was first going to ride a real roller coaster. I remember getting out of the line multiple times because I was so nervous until my mum put her foot down and told me if I was going to ride it, this was my last chance. I did end up going on it, and now I really love roller coasters. I hope you're doing alright wherever you are. Oh, thank you, P. I hope you're also doing alright. I guess I already said that to you, so it's a bit redundant saying again, but... I'm also glad you love roller coasters now, and I know I said it before, I absolutely love roller coasters, so if people can experience it and have fun with it, that's all the better for me. All the better enjoyment of the world, I suppose. So I'm glad that everyone's had fantastic times. Especially roller coasters, I'd imagine that's quite a common one for a thing. To be honest, I've never been particularly scared of roller coasters that much, but, I mean, still a decent amount. But, anyway... Now we've got some fantastic stories that way. Let's start with this envelope and then we'll respond to some requests. You look so pretty today. I bet you all do. So let's view some requests. Are we all just empathy whores? I feel as if I've been recognised in a way and I haven't been able to IRL. Thank you all. I'm not sure what empathy whore is meant to mean, but dear M. I feel as I've been recognised in a way I haven't been able to IRL. Thank you all. We are all just want to help each other out. Lots of love and best wishes. See, I'm not entirely sure what we're going for, so we'll just send that. I need to keep writing to people unsure of our love this. Oh hey, I discovered daylight this morning. I was a bit stressed about some things, but I put this on loop and watched it all that way. Hopefully I'll have another sweet track for you tomorrow. There are times when I feel a little empty inside for no absolute reason. I have a good life and I'm grateful, but usually at night the emptiness hits a little hard. What should I do? Dear C, 2, 3, 4. I think that's perfectly human. That's not how I want to start. I definitely feel that way too. I think nighttime is just nighttime, especially in bed. It's just a time where your brain decides to wallow in sadness for a while. It's definitely it's not definitely normal to feel a little empty sad. From time to time, I think it's normal to have moments where you feel a bit empty or discontented. But those moments to Monet's apparently. Moments too shall pass. It's when it lingers. It's definitely an issue. 3, 4. I find best way to. I find at night, at least, I try to keep my mind occupied with other thoughts instead, and remind. Hold on. I feel like I don't need this part. They want solutions, right? What should I do? They want to know what they could possibly do, so that's what I should focus on. Things like imagining. How do you spell imagine? Imagining up stories, planning the next day, or thinking back on highlights in my life. Then when it comes around to hold on. I think I've been misreading this, but at times when I feel a little empty inside for no absolute reason. It's sometimes sometimes though doesn't always work, and that's okay. Usually by morning I feel at least a little better. For lots of love and wishing you the best. Or add another sticker. I'm not sure if that's a very particularly good response now I think about it, but I think I got a little bit lost of what I was trying to say there, to be honest. I really like someone, but I always get nervous. I will wake up one day and they will just lose interest in me. Oh, dear W. One, 2, 3, 4. I suppose you know this already, but takes a lot for someone to suddenly lose interest in you. As long as you put in the effort to maintain the relationship, they'll stay strong through even the roughest times. Plus, chances are if you really like someone, they probably like you a lot too. That sort of bond is super hard to break, so don't worry about it going anywhere anytime soon. Make sure, I don't know how much you like them too. Beautiful. Lots of love and best wishes. Losing out on a relationship, I think, is a pretty common sort of fear, isn't it? The fear that no one actually likes you and then suddenly everything will just be gone just like that. I suppose people don't want to lose things like that, but in nearly every single case it's always people just thinking of a worse situation which would never actually happen, to be honest. The sort of thing like you're wishing for the worst upon yourself just so you can prepare yourself for it, but it won't happen in most cases. At least I suppose I shouldn't have such a blanket sweeping statement. Anyway, hello peeps, hope you're all doing alright. I'm extremely bored since the lockdown started. Do you have any good horror games to suggest I can play? Thanks in advance. Stay safe, y'all. Oh, horror games, okay. What's the best horror game I played? I think, sorry, I'm trying to think through some horror games that I've played. I played like Amnesia, Outlast, and Five Nights at Freddy's. Those are the ones that come to mind. You know what? Let's look for my Steam library. Let's see if I got any other horror games that I've played before. I do like horror aesthetic, although I don't play many horror games though, to be honest. I don't get as easy scared as I feel as other people might do, so it sort of doesn't have the same effect, I feel. Apparently I don't have many horror games at all. Amnesia. Outlast, both pretty good. Or perhaps you've played them already. I had to like look up, I actually just can't think of any horror games off the top of my head. Hold on. Horror games. Oh, Until Dawn. Like, I watched Let's Plays of Until Dawn, but I never actually played it. Until Dawn is a very entertaining mix of... It's a very entertaining take on horror movie cliche. That's not what I tried to put an accent with it apostrophe. That's not how it works. And though I've only watched playthroughs, I thought it was good. What other good horror games are there? Deadly Premonition. Okay, that's not. That's more like so bad it's good, isn't it? Well, that was a lot. I thought it was goof. That's not what I meant to say. I thought it was good. 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I don't play many horror video games, but if you watch movies, I thought Hereditary was really good. Horror wise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of love and best wishes. That's true. Hereditary is one of my favourite horror movies. Maybe it is my favourite horror movie. Hereditary or It are both really good. What other horror movies are there that I really like? There's definitely another one I felt like that came out recently, which is like Us. Well, Us I think is more of a thriller than a horror movie, but like Us and Get Out are both good. Scary Stories is pretty entertaining as well. That's true. I haven't seen A Quiet Place yet, still, and Pet Sematary I haven't seen either. Anyway, I'd love to get a cat, a grumpy fellow who would lighten my day, but it's impossible for now. Between uni and work, there's no time left to look after a pet. I would feel bad leaving him for half a day. It'll take a few more years until I can realise my dream. Dear G. 3, 4. I hope you have the most... I hope when you have the time, you will be able to find the most amazing cat who will consistently brighten up your life. It sounds like you'd be an amazing cat owner, so it sounds like you'd be an amazing cat owner. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure that opportunity will present itself. Hopefully. Soon. Till then, best of luck with your work and studies. Future cat of yours can't wait to meet you. For lots of love and best wishes. Maybe that's a little cliche. I can't type. Wishes. There we go. I can't add a sticker either. There we go. Oh, I would like a pet as well. But it's not on the cards for me right now, so... I want to leave a house and go live somewhere else so badly. I want my freedom back, but under the government's rules and under my mother's intense observations, I can't do anything except be watched. I can't leave for any reason. I'm very sad. Oh. Dear A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry to hear about your tough situation right now. I hope you can... I hope you can hang in there. Hopefully things will get better and quarantining will ease up is a bit of a weird phrasing I'm in. I'm sorry to hear about your tough situation right now. I hope you can hang in there. Hopefully things will get better and you'll be able to have the freedom you deserve. People. Things are definitely tough right now with the lockdown, with quarantining I suppose. Isolation, but this too shall pass. Once you eventually you'll have the opportunity that you can leave your mother's intense observation and everything will be worth it in the end, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of love and wishing the best. Unsurprisingly, a lot of these requests are pertaining to coronavirus right now, or COVID-19 I suppose, and quarantining, because it is definitely a very prominent thing, prominent problem that people have to deal with, that a lot, well, basically everyone has to deal with. So, and speak of a devil, this quarantine stuff has me so down. I don't have any interest for anything except watch TV. How are you all dealing with this? Dear S. 3-4. I'm sorry to hear that. It is, to be honest, but hold out. Having more time doing hobbies that I can, such as playing video games, drawing, playing piano again. I like to think of this as I like to think that quarantine, wow, situation is a good excuse to pick up old hobbies or new ones that I've left abandoned before. Hopefully you can find some other interest during this time. 2, 3, 4. Lots of love and best wishes. Try something new. Lots of love. Send. Good luck, S. I hope you can find something to pass the time for yourself. Girlfriend has a period and I've been upsetting her without meaning to with the things I say all day. It's 12 AM now and we've had 3 fights since this morning. I know she's just grumpy, but I feel like a screw up. Just wish I knew what to do. I wish I was better. Dear S. 2, 3, 4. I often think a sincere apology a sincere conversation. Well, make sure you apologize. Reactions. Establish right. You do not mean to be. Do not mean to. Cause her harm? What's the best way? I don't want to say like offend her because that's not really what's going on. It's just more like high tensions right now and a grumpy situation, isn't it? What are you trying to do? How much you care for her and you feel like you feel. Then it's best to just what she wants. If she wants space, give her space. Etc. People tensions are probably higher than usual. during these times, but what to say? Tensions are higher than usual during these times, but I'm not sure what to say. Maybe this isn't the sort of thing I should be shedding advice on, to be honest. Definitely not this. We're all only human, and sometimes we mess up, get on each other's nerves. If you show her how much you really care for her, it will help. Now this is just the worst advice of this whole. Wishing you the best. I'm just absolutely terrible at this. I'm sorry, yes, but I tried. Hopefully it's something useful, but I'm not so sure. I feel like right now I'm just living a lie. I tell myself that things will go better, but I have no direction where I should go. I force my feelings onto others, and I don't want to take responsibility for my life. I feel tired, alone, and miss being loved for who I am. Whoa, okay, that's a really real situation. Not that the others also haven't been real, but real isn't intense, I suppose I mean. I'm so sorry to hear about your tough times. About the tough times you're going through. Oh, there's a lot of things to reply to, I suppose, in this. I'm living a lie. I feel like right now I'm living a lie. Tell myself things will get better, but I have no direction where I should go. Things do definitely get better, but it's really hard to believe it, especially through difficult times. Talking about your feelings to others. But it does get better. 3, 4. I force my feelings onto others, and I don't want to take responsibility for my life. I feel tired, alone, and miss being loved for who I am. Sounds like there's... I mean, I was gonna say, this sounds like something that's bothering you in your life. That's so obvious. Sorting things out that cause you trouble in your life takes a lot of time. But doing small steps to try and curve things to trend things in a better direction, or eventually add up. What am I even trying to say? I'm not even sure what to say to this person. Maybe I feel like I shouldn't be trying to give advice like this. I should be empathizing with them, to be honest. Take responsibility for your not to swallow. Perhaps start small and start taking responsibility for a little portion of your life at first. Then when you're more comfortable, start looking bigger. Changes. You're not alone. This one. You are loved. Lots of love and best wishes. Gosh, I'm not sure I'm doing my best this episode, but you know, I think we'll round off this episode with another request, a stories request, because favourite Pokemon thread previously, yeah, mine Charizard. Okay, we'll do this. I suppose. Yeah, everyone. Continuing, but favourite Pokemon thread previous Charizard, mine. Can you guess? It's Frostlass. How do you spell it? It doesn't have a double S like that, does it? That doesn't look right. It doesn't. Okay. I don't know how to spell my favourite Pokemon's name. I'm a fake fan. So let's end it off. Some happy thoughts about Pokemon, I suppose. Something to unite us in these sort of times, you know. But we'll round off this episode here. And we'll just round off this episode here. I'm not sure what else to add. I'm sorry, I don't think my advice has been all that great this time, but still trying. I feel like if everyone sends their help to people's responses, like the sum of all the parts together, sum of everyone's advice together, eventually together helps a person, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, dear all, you accept the love you think you deserve. I hope you know more than anyone else that you deserve to love yourself, that you are the one in this world that will always be there for you. Don't let yourself don't let yourself down, stay kind. And with that note, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Kind Words, and I've been Dear Darling. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell, so until next time, so bye bye. Bye bye.